Alright. We are back. Mid cutscene, just did the fight tutorial again. Okay, let's start reading the dialogue. The reason you're out of thoughts is because something is happening to your character's code to go haywire, causing your character code to go haywire. It might be those spider legs. Haywire? The curse? Those legs are a sign that you're bugged. A piece of corrupted data is altering your configuration. I'm trying to remove them. What do you think? Are you asking me for my opinion? Whoa. My head is killing me. Everything is spinning. But bugs. You don't remember? You and I used to debug this game together. Debug? What? How do you know me? Ah, is this where we get it? Time for the equivalent of a persona! Mind Blake! Sheena's not here now. Only Spider is here. Ooh, buggy. Bug.
What is that thing?
It looks like an insect. It's bouncing in the air, almost like it's buzzing. Sheena, run for it! It's trying to eat you!
No! Stop! Stay still.
The code's going nuts. I can't make out what's happening. Wait, she isn't going mad? Is this for real? How is she able to withstand being corrupted by that bug?
Wow. Sheena, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it.
Stop.
Just hold on for now. I'm gonna rewrite some of your code.
Prepare for your doom!
Damn it! It's gotten back up already.
Oh, flashy
Doing
lights.
great, Sheena. Try accessing...
Attack commands? Could you stop speaking gibberish?
Your commands are...
There are times when the heads of our prisoners go missing after being decapitated. It's because we stuff them and put them on display. But yours? I'm going to...
Anything, just do something.
I was surprised I touched him and the guard blasted off. It's a cheat. Alright, more combat.
I won't lose. Leave it to me. All right.
Let's do attack, heal.
All right. Yeah. Bounce back. See?
Oh, he cast slow on me.
Let's go. All right. Hey. Yeah.
Missed.
Home run.
Knock back anyway. Goodbye.
Took you down. Woo! We won. Oh,
Ooh,
have I gotten
level 40.
stronger?
You and I made this world together. We are the creators. Yep, everything you see here stems from your vision. Then our team and myself expended all of it. That's how World Odysseys came to be. World Odyssey? Bagu? What's going on? Bagu Kissa. Well, the knight's back up again. What is it doing? It's eating him. Stop. You can't eat him. Please stop. He's just a monster. He's already dead. Well, at least he was meant to be. I went to stop it, but that thing flung me away and began devouring the guard's body. Bagoo, bagoo, gee! Dap sounds. What's happening? This game goes a bit too visual novel. Did a giant monster enter, or what? Bug. Oh. What is this? The Commodore 64? Ooh! She's evolved. Sheena's appearance is chaining, her expression too. Something's altering her character model. Sorry for the flashing lights. What? The bugs. They've swarmed together. Her HP and SP bars are both pushing the max. Sweet! Broken stats! Let's go! This is my destiny. I must save the world. By fighting the giant black dragon already?
Intimidating.
Battle, glitch mode. If a party member's corruption reaches 80%, she can transform into a glitched mode. Way to spoil that apparently every single party member is female. Attack and defense stats are significantly boosted in this style. At the end of each turn, corruption reduces by 10%. If corruption dips below 80%, glitch mode will end. While in glitch mode, press the triangle button to assign a wild card to the third slot. Soul Break! I told you we were gonna get more fan servicey outfit than the thing, so I wasn't gonna push my luck yet. Okay, what do we got? Ah, Super Bloom. Let's try you. Wait, no. Let's try you glitch. Pally Bloom. Pally Sharp. Super Bloom glitch.
Don't move. Hey! That hurt.
Spider time.
Does it?
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, victory!
Victory. Ooh, a placenta. Wonder what that does. I think it's medium health kit. Huh? What did ow. What's the matter? I feel powerless all of a sudden. Does she not remember what happened? I wonder if the bug has something to do with it. I didn't know fighting like that was possible. Great job, Sheena. You handled that monster like it was nothing. I did? What should I do? I feel so horrible for letting that happen to him. Him? You mean that mutated executioner? Don't mind him. There was nothing either of us could do. It wasn't a conscious decision on your part. That bug is a parasite and it's using your body as a host to carry out its own will. True, but if anything, it was an act of mercy before his fate took a potential turn for the worse. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. A bug that devours other bugs, huh? Just like a real animal. Bagoo? What am I to do from now on? I just don't know what's going on anymore. Let's just focus on getting you out of here. You ain't out of the lion's den yet. Okay. Okay, so that door's currently locked, so we actually go...
What is this?
Palace Brick. Okay. Wait, do we just outright leave the castle for now? Yep. Heavy breathing. If I made it up this far, I'm safe, right? Hello? Say something. Why are you silent all of a sudden? Say... Ooh. I don't hear your voice. Just, who am I? I feel ready to crumble. Hiccup. You don't know who you are? Huh? You're the bug from earlier, aren't you? Can you speak? I hate feeling left in the dark. I want to know everything. I mean, it's me. Why wouldn't I? But I don't know. I'm completely lost. I have no idea what to do with myself. This guy comes out of nowhere and totally shakes apart everything I thought I knew. I mean, those memories of leaving home are so real I can practically taste them on my tongue. But I didn't sense any hint of deceit in his voice, so I want to believe him. It's all too much for me right now. There's so many things I need to ask you. What happened a year ago? Where are you at this very moment? White screen! Oh, flashback. Where was I? How am I supposed to know? I'm here. You scared? Yes, I'm terrified. What if I'm not who I think I am? What did he mean by my programming? Are my memories nothing but lies? Am I really alive? Do I even exist in this world? Of course you exist, Sheena Ninoma. I butchered that. Alright, seems like you heard me clearly this time. Sorry if I kept you waiting. I managed to whitelist our names in the game's text bank. Can you hear me down there? I'm... Awata? Awata... Mizunashi? I don't think they ever actually say their names in this game, up to where I got up to. That's your real name. Can't believe I finally found you. I wish you knew how worried sick we've all been. You're safe in there, right? Probably not. I was so scared. I missed you so much. Yeah, me too. Where am I? You are in a video game. You ever seen Sword Art? Because that will speed things up.
Wake up.
Ooh, voiceover. Ah, visual novel time.
Crap. I didn't realize I fell asleep. What time is it? 3 a.m. Not even morning yet, huh?
No, it's 11 p.m.
It's been a while since I've fallen asleep in the middle of work. Come to think of it, I'm starving. What do I have around here to eat?
400-year-old leftover pizza. My name is Awata. I'm 27 years old. I am a programmer. If I'm not at home, I'm at work. Ebbs and flows. Each second past is just another line of code typed. When did I wake? When did I sleep? When did I start working? When did I stop working? And when did I last eat? No, really, when did I last eat? I didn't even take the time to ask myself any of these questions. Each day bleeds into the next, and no one bats an eyelash. It's like I've been working for 400 days straight. But it's all okay. I just keep going on.
Yeah, a steamed melon pun. Guess I forgot to eat the lunch I bought. Delicious.
Again? You were obsessed with that bread.
You're not my real mom. I can eat what I want. I'm 27. Alright, what's going on?
Huh?
The melon pon? You practically eat them for every meal. Don't you get tired of the same thing?
No. This is where I work. Enigma Games! A small game development company where we work on software on behalf of game publishers. Much of what we do is kept under wraps by non-disclosure agreements. My co-worker here, who shows little care for NDAs, is Sumika Tokiwa. She works on a project separate from my team, but she is undoubtedly one of Enigma's top
And my
programmers.
dietary habits are none of your business. I enjoy the taste, but that doesn't mean it's my favorite thing to eat. I guess I just don't have a craving for anything else. Forget that, Tokiwa. Aren't you
It
swamped
is
with
Tokiwa.
work? Should you be hanging out with me?
Don't worry. I just finished working on a huge block of code, so I wanted to pick on you during my break. Here you go.
Whoa, take it easy. You shouldn't throw things without warning me. Oh, it's coffee. Thanks.
It's coffee?
No
I love
problem.
her. Give me coffee.
Looks
We're
like
friends
someone had a
now.
productive evening.
Coffee.
What? What makes you say that?
Your code. I can see the progress you've made on your monitor. 300 lines in one day is something to be proud of.
I think that's probably insane, but I don't know coding.
Hey, don't you have another
That's
project to work on or
probably way too
something?
much work in
You
one
just
day.
peek at what I'm working on over here.
Oh, loosen up. Who cares? We're both employees for the same company. As far as I'm concerned, my work can be an open book to you.
Yeah. That's why they separate us into cubicles, right? What's the real reason you're over here anyway?
I already told you. I just wanted to pick on you. Seems like our most recent spat left a good impression on you. I know you've got the skill to pull it together. But ever since she went missing, you've seemed totally disinterested in this project.
Let's drop it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to reopen old wounds. I just hoped you could understand.
It's a personal problem. I just don't want to talk about it. It's not your fault, so don't worry.
That's not what I meant. You
Okay,
don't
what
seem
do
to
you
get
mean
it,
then?
so I'll tell you as many times as you need to hear it. This isn't your fault. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden on your own.
Right.
Hey, I just realized that bread you like so much, I mean, Sheena used to buy those from the shop downstairs, didn't she?
Oh, how convenient. They have a downstairs shop.
She did. She loved them so much. She used to buy them by the dozen for the office.
Let me guess.
Cute.
Before you knew it, you were hooked. Sounds like some Pavlovian training.
Huh?
What's the matter?
Pavlovian training, huh? I barely noticed.
And I don't know what that means.
I think everyone's entitled to slip into bad habits now and then.
Yep. Oh, I can save whenever I want. Sweet.
We just passed a year since Sheena went missing, haven't we?
Yeah. Which marks a year since the World's Odyssey project ended, too.
Oh. Weird coincidence? Where's Odyssey? Sometimes abbreviated as WOD for short. Enigma staked the company's faith into developing a virtual MMO program. Yeah, because we... I wish these things were real, but they're currently arguably too dangerous with our technology, at least for full diving. Which is short for Virtual Reality Massively Multiplayer Online Game. You forgot the RPG. Role-playing game, you forgot that part. It's supposed to be VR RPG MMO. Much of its larger development infrastructure was put into place by the well-known corporation Haggle Inc. I believe I mispronounced that. A few years ago, a game engine that they released made headlines. It was an immersive cloud-based system known as the Alice Engine. But unfortunately, everyone started thinking they were in Alice in Wonderland, and it got very weird very quickly. Sheena no Ninama, a fresh-faced director full of imagination and enthusiasm, helmed the project. With her and the Alice Engine confirmed, I hopped on the project as the game's primary programmer. We set out to make something never made before, a fully realized fantasy world. However, in the middle of development, the Alice Engine began producing a series of bugs that were proving impossible to fix. To make matters worse, Sheena, our fearless director, had suddenly vanished. We had no choice but to halt development of WOD. We made it to the alpha stages of the build, but the assets were immediately frozen, and funding was frozen too. We heard it all. We knew that it couldn't be done. It was too much of a burden for some young girl to go to do by herself. I couldn't help but seethe with anger hearing everyone shift the blame onto her and whisper
When things
behind
go
her
south,
back.
it's easy to push the blame onto a newer employee, but you're beating yourself up too much for how you handled having her on your team. From my point of view, at least, you weren't that strict. I don't think she took the pressure badly either.
What the hell? Cut me open, why don't you?
It's practically written on your face. You're all, everything's my fault, or I'm so sorry, Sheena.
Sheesh, cut the guy a break, he's grieving!
Leave me alone.
Hey, would you mind doing that
I don't think he's the type of guy that you can just brute force into getting over it. Tough love ain't gonna work on this guy, he's a softie. Tokiwa puffed her cheeks playfully as she pointed her fingers towards my
What do you mean?
face.
Come on, just one more time. I'll stop bothering you if you make that face again.
You make no sense. Just leave me be. If you won't, then I'll just go home.
Kaboom!
Ooh, who's she? Then from out of the blue, something was thrown onto my desk.
Whoa! How about a warning first? Kind of pervy, don't you think?
Ooh, what'd she do? I wanna know.
Arta, I have the sample you asked for.
Oh, it's
I followed
Arta.
all your design specs, right? For a heroine-themed booby mouse pad.
Okay, so she's the chick that makes the mouth pads for Dead or Alive Extreme. Can I have mine? It got lost in the post, I swear.
Not right now.
Wow. Did you ask the marketing team to work on samples for this? What a turnoff. Well, I guess considering our target audience, it shouldn't surprise me at all.
I think I followed
No, it
your
shouldn't.
suggestions to the T, Arta. What do you think? Does it resemble she enough?
This feisty woman is Lyda Nolan? She's Enigma's chief character design. Her Japanese is so good that it's almost hard to believe she's a foreigner. Yeah. She is a master of the art of conversation, to the point that I can't keep up with how quickly she goes through internet catchphrases. She's a bull of passion who pours her souls into her work and her hobbies. It
Would
certainly
you
shows.
quit it?
You asked for this, Arta? Don't tell me that you used Sheena as a model for the heroine.
Yep, and that's why her character model's corrupted.
Jeez! And you even went ahead and got the right proportions for her bust.
Well, in that case, it's an A cup and the mouse pad doesn't even have anything.
Ah!
I don't know.
It's a little too flat-chested, isn't it? Nothing that can't be fixed. Just need to add some padding over here.
I'm learning too much about mouse pads.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm with him. Let's just leave.
Huh?
Today was tougher than usual. At least I've got this Madden pan. Huh? A message. Let's see. Spam, spam, more spam. Oh, an email about where to buy spam. Yep, more spam here. Huh? This is... Wait, does this sender line say World Odysseys MGMT? The subject just says, you've got an unread message. I should have turned the preview field on. I can't see what it reads inside, but it looks like there's an attachment here. What the hell? It might be a virus, so I shouldn't open it, but... Pretending to have worked on World's Odyssey just to send an email to someone who's actually worked on the game is so Wait a second. That's when I put my mouse cursor over the sender line. The email address being displayed was... Sheena@wad.com. This is from Sheena? Seriously? It was the test email from Sheena, the girl that had been presumed missing for over a year. I didn't care that it could have been a spam email or some kind of prank. Without a second thought, I opened that thing up! Why am I getting an email from her address? Huh? Just as I saw, there was an attachment. I couldn't figure out with its extension what it was, but it was obvious that the field had been the file had been compromised. I tried my best to extract the compromised files with a few basic expansion tools, but for whatever reason I couldn't open them. Even if I click on it, it won't open. Is it a strange zip file or something? I've never seen an email like this before. Try as I might, I couldn't open the attachment. My brain was being pulled from all directions. First the sender line, now this attachment. My frustration made my cheeks beat red, but there was nothing that I could do to open it. What proxy server could this have come from? All of the servers should be down. I was at a loss. My next course of action was to access the Odyssey servers, knowing full well they were probably deactivated. What? You gotta be kidding me! After we unplugged the server, the cache should have been emptied and deleted. How the hell is this happening? World's Odyssey? Hey, what's going on? The screen's becoming erratic. It's buggy as hell. This is bad. It's nowhere near this messy when I last touched it. How would any bugs be able to penetrate a firewall of this device if the device is shut down entirely? What if I open up the control panel? Well, this is no good. These lines of codes are totally jumbled. There's so many twos in here! An entire year had passed since the incident. The disappearance of Sheena. Of course, we had reported her disappearance to the authorities immediately, but never had I been satisfied with how they chose to close the case. We were close teammates who worked within arm's length for 2 years. We struck a fine friendship, and I'm sure that she'd agree. Sheena was wise beyond her years, but there were moments where her mind would drift off. The company had asked me to take Sheena under my wing so that not only would she be cultivating an understanding of our company, but she would also become an experienced professional, one that our company had planned on grooming to the highest echelon. We really didn't think what that word meant though, because that's an uncomfortable word these days. When stressing from the job got the better of her, I noticed her slip over to the bathroom where I knew she'd cry by herself in the stall. However, it was always done discreetly, never getting in the way of her giving 100%. Her unbridled enthusiasm always surpassed our team's expectations, but what made her truly special was the sincerity in her work. I know because I spent nearly every day with her, Sheena would never ever walk away from her job without explanation. This game was her life, her legacy. It's hard to imagine anyone walking away from it without any care or remorse. There had to be something fishy behind her sudden disappearance. Nothing else made sense. The police didn't share my conclusion and were more interested in the belief that she willingly ran off instead of something more nefarious. As Sumika mentioned, I've been feeling hollow ever since. All I wanted was an answer, something to make sense of the tragedy. I even thought that I could hire a private investigator, but both of her parents had passed away and she had no other surviving relatives. For anyone else, that would have been enough reason to leave it be, but neither Sumika nor myself were willing to do so, even as the two of us set about cleaning out her vacated office. We will find Sheena. Wait a minute. It says that one active player is moving in the server. That's impossible. Maybe if I check the player log, I can see a screen name or something. Account name, Sheena. Status, active. Last online, 3 minutes ago. Sheena, are you in there? Are we technically doing a flashback from his perspective? Oh, okay, no, we're back to when she escaped. Oh, I must have collapsed from fatigue after trying to escape the palace. Sorry, I fell asleep. He's being unresponsive again. Does that mean he logged out and hasn't returned yet? How does she know about that? I'm in. Yes, it has to be. These are the plains of World Odyssey right now. I'm sitting in front of Hattus Palace. Yo! I took control of a bear! It's Zenithzone Zero time! I'm a bugaboo! I'm Mr. Enigma! Your voice, might you be... Avatar? Yeah, it's me. Don't you recognize my skin? It's our company mascot. Mr. Enigma Bear! Of course I do, he's so cute. Why are you using another character's model though? Well, I figured that chatting with you might be difficult if it's just my voice, so I hoped having a visual component would help. Besides, this character gives me access to parts of the code I can't normally touch. Admins use this skin to crack down on troublemakers. It doesn't work! They just kick me, like a mascot at a theme park. But more painful. In order to help you, I need to be able to identify errors in the code directly. This way, I can make changes in real time. Kinda perfect, don't you think? Tech-savvy as always. I think it's a terrific idea. There's one catch though. Because I'm an admin character, I'm not allowed to participate in battle. But that's just an excuse. What? Don't stare back at me like that. I can't help it, I'm impressed of the level of graphical detail in Mr. Enigma. Thanks, nice of you to mention it. Alright, let's try and make sense of what we know at this very moment. Your name is Shinra. You are currently playing a game which you helped create, you remember that much, right? Yes. So, about your body in the real world. What's the matter? You're blushing. Don't put it like that, it sounds so perverted. I'm more than just a body. What? A body is a body, how else should I describe it? Oh. If you don't like me referring to you as a body, then how about true form? No, body is fine, let's go back. Alright then, going back to the subject at hand, judging by your responses, it seems like you don't know where you are. Why is that? I wish you could tell me. It's disorienting for sure. This world feels more akin to reality than reality at the moment. If I look to my right or to my left, I see the textures of World Odyssey's environments. I can feel the wind grazing my palm. Well, it's VR. Wherever you are, the real you should be wearing the white rabbit on your head. The white rabbit device? Really? Really? And I made a joke about Alice in Wonderland before. They're goggles that are optimized for games which have what we refer to as the Alice engine. The primary selling point is that it induces a dreamlike state for its wearer, forcing their entire mind into the virtual reality. Hence why we declare it dangerous and haven't invented it yet. And where Assassin's Creed comes from, technically. Maybe I can see for myself, huh? What are you doing over there? I'm trying to find a way to remove my goggles. Yep, we exist in an anime web. We exist in a universe where virtual reality was just invented, so she doesn't realize all of your body is in the game. You can't take them off. Well, in order for the VR to work, the game requires all of your brain's conscious energy. So, literally, your brain is in the game now. You can't move until the game turns off. Don't tell me you forgot that. I'm sorry, my memory is still hazy. Hazy, huh? I wonder if her subconscious has trouble sorting her long-term memories with experiences she's made in the game. Gina, do you have any inkling to when you first started playing? Nope, every time I shut my eyes and try to recall my past, everything goes blank. The one thing I do remember is coding World's Odyssey with you and the rest of the team. If I focus too much on it, I feel nothing except for dark, frigid loneliness. For a long time, I couldn't find anyone to talk with. My prevailing settlement statement was that I felt scared to death. I see. Shimmer, listen to me. In the real world, you've been missing for over an entire year. Missing? What? Is that true? Yeah, we've immediately filed a missing persons report with the authorities, but like every movie ever, they didn't want to do their jobs and gave up instantly because there was nothing to go on. Tokiwa and I had initially figured that you were involved in some kind of incident, so we've taken it upon ourselves to search for you. I should have asked you this right away, but was the choice to go missing of your own volition? I have no clue. It's tough for me to imagine how I got here in the first place, much less who was responsible for it. I see. We were worried sick, having considered all the possibilities to a dizzying extent. If her resounding sentiment was in fact fear, perhaps she experienced some form of intense trauma that scared her memories, making them inaccessible for the time being. I can't help but wonder what kind of incident might have left you in this state. You see, even with what I've retained of the real world, somehow it doesn't feel as tangible as anything I've sensed in this world. Since I remember sitting next to you with my cup of coffee, working on those lines of code, but I remember the sights and smells of walking on a mellow in World's Odyssey just as vividly, if not a little bit more vividly. It might have something to do with the Alice engine's artificial intelligence control kicking in. What? I have a suspicion that the game has identified you as an anomaly and is trying to erase you, or it's trying to assume control of your character. Please don't tell me that. Just kidding. It's impossible for the AI to assume control of a human consciousness as easily as I suggested. At least at this point. Why do you keep on hugging me? Because you're so adorable! And I'm an anime gal character, so cute thing is mine now. Adorable, come on. Oh, no. It wasn't like that. I was talking about Mr. Enigma, not you. Don't worry, I don't find you cute. Rejected! I wasn't fishing for compliments, but for her to do a 180 so adamantly is disconcerting on its own merit. In any case, let's focus on logging you out of here so that you can wake up in the real world. Something unnerving is afoot though. That enormous hole in the sky has unleashed a chain reaction of bugs all over the world. I see, so the hole in the sky was a bug? Where'd it go? Where did what go? I've been trying to access the master user interface panel to initiate a manual user logout, but the menu, just like Sword Art, has been deleted. You must be mistaken, there's no way that's possible. Wait, you're right, the logout button's missing. Oh no, it's just like that one show. I can't perform the function to end either. Do you think the bugs have something to do with it? It's a classic case of beat the game to logout. Can't rule out the possibility, but our predicament could be more dire than we had originally anticipated, meaning, in the same way that our names were somehow blacklisted from the game in the chat function, I see other signs of third-party tampering in our code. Are you telling me that we've been hacked? Well, potentially. Well, that's my guess. Even so, whatever it is, this person is in the know enough to identify the main programmer and the director of our unannounced titles. Blacklisting 2 of the key developers for this game before its release is a little suspicious, don't you think? My hair's standing just thinking about it. I mean, given that the World's Odyssey servers are running when the project has halted over a year ago is a major red flag. So as long as the source code is vulnerable in someone else's hands, we need to log you out as soon as possible to bring you back, but how the hell am I supposed to escape this world? I have no idea where I am, how I got here, or how the logout function even works. Wait a minute, what about the failsafe function, remember? The ending engage. What? You're right, I totally forgot about that. The beautiful thing about World's Odyssey is that despite being a massive multiplayer MMORPG, there's a definitive end to it all. Although, and I'm gonna quote Sword Art Abridged here, have you ever heard of anyone beating EverQuest? When's the last time you ever heard of anyone playing EverQuest? Touché. Yeah, like, when's the last time you heard of anyone ever beating an MMO? I wanted the players to return to reality in sheer awe of what they saw, an experience unlike anything they'd ever seen before, right? Yeah, but you can have that one guy that speedruns it and beats it within an hour and then everyone just gets logged out. Our wish was our designs and stories to inspire gamers in the way that we were inspired. Worthless and aesthetic. Yes. I can't help but feel frustrated that for now this is our only option to get you out of here. But for the time being, it will have to do. So let's head to the Premolode world and destroy the final boss and catalyze the ending. Got it. Alright, I'm starting to feel like myself again. If I can clear this game and log out, then I'll wake up in the real world in no time. I can finally see Sumika and Lydia again. And you too. Right. I'll be right beside you until the very end, so don't worry about a thing. Our next destination, the mystical sky capital Odysseus, right? You know the way there, right? Of course, I helped create it after all. We have obtained Antidote Enemy.
In order to reach Odysseia from Hardis, we'll have to travel to Sturful, the kingdom by the sea.
Sturful.
Then let's part ways for now. While you head there, I've got some investigating to do on this side.
What? You're
Last time I
leaving
played
already?
this, I made this to whatever Area 3 is.
Sheena, I'm gonna give you one warning for while I'm gone. Don't.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's a miracle that the server can run at all. The world is swarming with so many bugs that it's impossible to parse through the code. In fact, I'm holding my breath as I speak with you under fear that our connection could be cut off at any second. If you're ever killed in battle, or if you jump to a save point prematurely and hit the load function, there's a chance that it'll send a faulty signal to the server, which can reset our cache and disable our communication. Once we're cut off, there's no guarantee that we'd be able to connect once again.
In other
Oh,
words,
I thought it was if
perhaps
she
navigate
died,
my
she
way to
died.
the end of the game on my own.
Yes, I implore you to use extreme caution. By your own estimate, this game should require a minimum of 50 hours to clear the main storyline, right?
Well, if we include breaks and potential side quests, then it...
While you're in there, you'll have to complete all the necessary side quests to access the true ending and initiate the ending engage. It'll be a pain in
damn.
the ass. But being thorough while we can't access the manual logout screen is our best.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Cool.
Was this
I'm gonna
game
handle
foreshadowing that the
files.
only ending that matters is the true ending?
In the meantime, you won't be able to reach me. Sorry.
It's fine.
But don't look so worried.
I think I looked it up once, and there is the bad ending, the
I'll be checking in on your progress.
ending,
as I can.
like, I think there's only the true ending and then
What
the
would happen
loop
if your
ending.
PC were to enter sleep mode? Would that cut off our line of communication too?
Is this your sly way of asking me not to let my laptop enter sleep mode? You worry too much.
Oh,
If I remember correctly, I think he
oh,
actually
jeez.
listened to it and just
That
left
guy
it.
really travels to the beat of his own drum.
Alright, how do I save? I looked at the palace, bad memories came flooding back to me, and I went back outside, sorry. Oh, I can save whenever I want, okay. Ooh! She has a bug too.
I'm so sorry. It was not my intention to startle you.
Who are you?
Wait, aren't you this girl? Looks like the one in that torn painting inside of the palace.
Oh, she's the she's the princess.
Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me. I must apologize for approaching you like this. My name is Lily Hopes.
Lily Hopes.
What? I
Lily
recognize her.
Hopes.
Lily was an NPC that I created to serve as a guide for new players.
Ooh,
I don't remember her wearing this outfit in her original design, though.
she's bugged,
Could bugs
remember?
have something to do with this? Wait a sec. She has a buggy just like I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm Sheena. Sheena Ninomiya. Might you be the princess of this kingdom? Huh? Yes. As you said, I am Hardis's princess. Currently, however, I am one of its most wanted criminals as well.
Ooh, fun! I'm its second most wanted. Wanna be friends?
Criminal?
Let's bond over being wanted criminals for no reason.
I was locked behind bars in a cavernous cell, charged and imprisoned for assassinating the queen.
Well, were you there?
She mentions it. I remember writing this dialogue for her backstory. I
Oh.
somewhat regret being responsible for the struggle she's faced. But in reality...
Wait, her backstory is she's incorrectly blamed for the queen's death regardless. The bugs just made the king crazy.
You're as kind as
Oh.
a gentle ray of sunshine. A stern, selfless woman who is beloved by all, whom I know would never do such a thing. What? Oh, I'm not from this kingdom, but that's what I've heard about you, Princess Lily. Please, Lily will do just fine. Understood.
I was half expecting to be
Lily
like,
is.
please, Princess Hopes will do fine. Alright,
I
have we
can't
unlocked
help but
Lily as a
express some relief
teammate?
to hear that. It has been some time since anyone has referred to me as a gentle ray of sunshine. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you just escaping from the palace?
Technically.
Oh, yes. Did you see my father? The King of Hardis?
He's evil.
I
Now.
wish to know what became of the king and everyone inside the palace. Please, tell me everything you know.
monsters.
After all the cruelty she's faced from her sentence, she still expresses concern about the king and his...
From what I have gathered, the king has been amassing guards in order to counter the growing threat of deranged martyrs around the kingdom. However, many of those who flocked to heed the king's call never returned to tell the tale. I have tried fruitlessly to enter the palace to see it for myself. But entering as a fugitive, I humbly beg of you, tell me what you saw inside of the palace. What?
I'm afraid you won't like what I have to say, Lily.
Devil may care, I must know.
Devil may care.
I wandered into the palace because I heard that the kingdom was in need of guards. Much to my dismay, I called out in search of an attendant and received no response.
Right, the king, was he safe?
Nope.
I, saw the king in his throne room, but he was shrouded behind a curtain, so I didn't get a good look at him. I can say for certain that something about his demeanor felt off.
In what way?
His mind was slipping. The king was all wiry, and all of his soldiers seemed to follow. Before launching into an aggressive pursuit, the king and his men screamed absolute nonsense at me. I think it was the bug. I mean, it must have been the curse that drove him to madness.
Mm-hmm.
Curse? You must be speaking about the Entoma. How could this be? Miss Sheena, since you had responded to the call to serve as one of our kingdom's guards, as princess of this kingdom, my responsibility is to free my people from their... First, I must see what has become of the palace myself. Miss Sheena,
Okay.
is there any way that I could convince you to accompany me?
Sure.
Let's
I
do
know
the
that it
thing.
is a lot to ask for, but... Huh? Wait,
Well, bravery means doing the right thing at the right time. So just leave it to Sheena the
Really?
Adventurer.
I thought it was being a coward, but dealing with it.
oh,
I can only imagine how worried you must be after
I
being
thought
separated from the
bravery
king
was
for so
acting
long.
despite being afraid or cowardly.
The king is probably experiencing a lot of grief as well. Okay.
I forgot how cutscene heavy the start of this game was. Oh well, gotta learn the game though. Ooh! Merchant room. Say, aren't you Sheena? What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh look, what are you doing here? Man, if I had known you were heading this way, then we could have traveled here together. Don't be so shy next time. Huh, alas, it was not in the cards. Huh? When we had our first encounter, I was actually en route to another kingdom. Between you and me, there were plenty of rooks throughout this world. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, we'll talk about that later. Wait, what? Plenty of rooks? What do you mean by that? You see, originally there was just me. Ever since this thing latched onto me, however, the most outlandish thing has been happening. You're right, you've got signs of the curse on your arm too, Rook. Oh, okay. When I became possessed by this whatever it is, I somehow had been multiplied. Multiplied? There are multiple versions of me scattered across this world. Literally, every single book you'll ever come across is actually a new one. Or at least that's what you'll be led to believe for the majority of the game. There's probably points where it's the same one, I don't remember. I haven't finished the game yet. Remarkably bizarre if I do say so myself. Luckily, I regained control of each and every version of me, a singular hive mind at the helm of multiple bodies. Frankly, I see it as a blessing from the Lord. What better way to expand my business than literally exist simultaneously everywhere? Does having multiple versions of yourself ever get to you, though? I would be lying if I said it doesn't, but compared to how others have been affected by the curse, I have no room to complain. Oh, seems like Livy is really confused. Alza had mentioned before that multiple versions of Rook were appearing as a result of the bugs. The bug is producing multiple copies of him... Precisely. Ah! Talking bear! Where did it come from? The line of code enabling Rook to fast travel between locations has been corrupted. Instead of teleporting him, the game simply just duplicates him. So it's just a corrupted fast travel thing. Mr. Enigma, you can't just appear out of the blue and scare us like that. Look how you startled Lily. Who cares? I have no time to worry about every time someone else gets upset. Jeez. Has a new customer come to browse my wares? Oh, I'm Enigma, the bear. Don't worry, I'm not a threat. White, Sheena? Oh, right, he's a friend of mine. She has a talking bear as a friend? I'm doomed. Apologies if I scared you, please don't mind me. Continue on with your conversation. He's so cute. Strangle the bear. Strangle the bear with cuddles. Sheena, might I make a suggestion? A suggestion? Yes. As compensation for having saved one version of me from a pack of vicious monsters, I would like to offer you my services. You have unlocked Merchant. Would you do me the honor? Wow, of course. On your map, I have marked a symbol showing where each of my clones are. They are safe zones where martyrs rarely appear, but probably might still appear. You are free to make camp at these locations at your leisure. I will also give you a signal so that you can summon me anytime. I shall stock my wares frequently to cover any of your needs on and off the battlefield, so be sure to check back with me often. Got it, thanks a bunch, Rook. No need to thank me, I should be thanking you for increasing the business, haha. Rook? Yes, my lady? Oh, please, just Lily is fine. I'm in no position to answer by my royal title at the moment. But please, very well, Lily, how may I be of service to you? Do you happen to sell anything that I could use as a weapon? A weapon, you ask? Please don't tell me you are thinking about entering the fray. These are dangerous times. My heart has already decided, even if it means putting myself in harm's way, I must show bravery. I do not plan on sitting idly by while Miss Sheena wishes her life for me. Then how about this? An elegant weapon. One that would keep you safe at a distance while offering the means to protect yourself. My, what a glorious bow! I can't believe how light it feels in my hands. Many thanks. I would be honored to use this bow. How much for it? Oh please, I couldn't bear to accept money from the princess herself. Take it, I insist. No, I must pay my dues to honest merchants like yourself. As a member of the royal family, I can't rest on the graces and deeds of good people. In fact, I refuse to do so. Huh? What was that? I see, your reputation precedes you, my lady. You are wise beyond your years. Then, if I may, accept my gift at a lower rate than what my customers usually receive. Consider it a gesture of fate to the crown. Oh my, this is what my subjects refer to as a discount? Indeed, a token of goodwill for you and your journey, my lady. How wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully this will do. Huh? Oh, sorry. I have acted out of turn. I thought this might be an acceptable response of your generosity. I apologize. The rituals and customs among Tone folk are somewhat foreign to me. Oh, not at all. I am merely humbled that you would show such kindness to a lonely merchant as myself. Now everyone, please travel safely. Hopefully our next meeting is sooner rather than later. I shall await your signal. What a gift is to be a dozen places at once. Miss Sheena, I hope that I haven't stepped on your toes when I expressed my interest to fight alongside you. However, as the Princess of Hatras, it is my right by birth to act in the best interest of my people. Teehee. Thanks, Lily, but if we're backed into a corner or surrounded by monsters, then try not to act too rushly, okay? Okay, understood. Are you sure I can fight with you, though? I thought for sure that you would refuse me. I'd never do that. The more the merrier. Oh, and please call me Sheena. First names will do just fine for the both of us. Okay then, Sheena? Lily? You make me blush. Our friendship is now official. Friendship? Mind if I chime in now? I hope I'm not interrupting your lovely-dovey display. Lovey-dovey? Be a bit more careful, okay, Sheena? Huh? I mean, Enigma? Don't give yourself away. I can hear you inside my head. I'm using a private voice chat so that the others can't hear me talking to you. You can speak using this chat too. Just picture my Enigma avatar in your head, then communicate with me directly. Give it a shot. Like this? Can you hear me? Loud and clear. Well, pretty convenient. Anyway, as I'm sure you've seen by now, Lily's got a little Atoma bug, just like you do. Yes, actually hers was bouncing on my knee just now. It seems fully sentient. On a side note, those spider legs attached to your sire were bugged too, right? Oh, you mean these dangly things? Yes. I, realized right away that these dangly legs were a sign of something that was off in the game. Sheena, would you mind not saying dangly so much? Is something the matter? For my sake, please. Okay. Anyway, we can leave the legs alone for now. It doesn't seem like any of the others can see the bug following right in front of them. Considering how much it moves, you'd think that Lily would have said something by now. Has she brought it up to you before? Maybe she's just unsure what it is, or it has a mind of its own after all. I bet she's just afraid of thinking about it. Maybe not. Does she look amused by it? Maybe. Who wouldn't laugh? It's so cute. We can't say for certain though, can we? No one else is looking at it. We shouldn't beat around the bush. Let's ask her directly. Right, still, it's strange that no one else is reacting. Lily has joined the party. Alright, Lily, can you see this little bug? Don't tell me you can see it too. Yes, actually I've been able to see it the whole time. I can see it too. Sheena has one that's similar, a bit purple instead of yellow. What a relief. I no longer have to pretend like it doesn't exist. Oh, sorry. It seems that mine has taken a shine to you, Sheena. Hey, come back. This bug, as you call it, had suddenly appeared on my body, first as a weird bump, but over time it developed a mind of its own. I assume that it's a physical manifestation of the Atoma itself. Oh, could you tell me a bit more about how it began acting of its own accord? It was then that I had been falsely accused and imprisoned for assassinating the Queen. My guards were only lying to the outside world. I was informed that scores of innocent people were mysteriously dying as a result of the Atoma Scourge, and many others disappeared. Oh, I recognize that term. The merchant from earlier mentioned the same thing to me. He said something about people disappearing like smoke. Yes, personally, I believe those missing were abducted with some kind of dark evil magic. From what I was told, there's a handful of survivors from the event, but they live in constant fear of the Atoma and martyrs. No matter how badly I had wanted to understand the plight of those affected, there was little that I could do. Eventually, the kiss of the Atoma took the form of a painful bruise. I had believed that I too would succumb to this deadly curse. Just as I accepted my fate, this one popped out. Bagoo. When I first met you, Sheena, you can imagine the surprise on my face when I noticed that you were carrying around an Atoma just like me. I wouldn't call it carrying around so much as it tends to follow me wherever I go. Are they playing with each other? Well, by the looks of things, it seems like they're sniffing each other up. Maybe they recognize each other as friends? The way one circles around the other, it looks like they're having fun. How precious. Don't get too attached. At the end of the day, they're still the Atoma. I'm gonna save. It's important to note the common thread in how the two Atoma bugs appeared, which seems to be periods of extreme stress. We'll end off on that because I've got like a minute left. So, since we can save, let us save in a new slot just because. And we will end episode 2 here. We'll continue on this conversation in the third part. See you then. Whoops, wrong button. See you then.